All right, Taurus, how are you doing? This is a reading for you. We're looking forward into 2023. Let's see where we go. Love, money, and abundance. Let's see how that plays out. All right, for you, feel free to swap around the characters. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher. FYI, let's see where we go. All right, let's see where we go. Win, win, win. Befriend your fear monster. An alchemical artist. Something that has been balanced for you may be out of balance a little bit, or you may feel like it's out of balance. You may feel the need to change up things. You may be opening up to your creativity a lot more in 2023. I also feel like you're facing a lot of your fears, courageous energy here. I really like this. And I feel like if things fall out of balance for you, that's a thing that brings up fear. It can be out of balance in terms of money. It can be out of balance in terms of your who you show yourself in the world to be, right? You might feel like if you're the kind of the leader of your circle of friends, all of a sudden somebody else is doing that, and that kind of feels weird to you. So let's see where we're going here. I'm getting under the underside of the deck, which is the hidden influence. This is the King of Pentacles. Now we are talking about the love. So we're going to do love and abundance and a wild card reading. So let's see where we go here. Lovers. Wow. Lovers, death, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, baby. Wow. 10 of Swords. Oh my word. Knight of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. You definitely are the Queen of Pentacles here for me. It makes me feel, like there's a situation going on with an ongoing relationship. The relationship might switch. This feels like a long-term relationship or a commitment, a marriage, something like that, that there's change. There's a choice for change. Okay. A choice to make things different. Now, the Death card is not something that you choose. All right. Transformation comes on our paths. It comes to us regularly. There's no such thing as status quo. And I think there might be this sense of like, I'm putting off a change that I know is happening because I don't know what it's going to look like. And the opportunity is really for a lot more happiness. But I think you also see that there's an opportunity to kind of fall down a well at the same time. 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. It could be the best thing ever, or it could be the worst thing ever. And I think that's what has you sitting in place a little bit. This is the change agent. I feel like there's somebody outside of your connection that is bringing change. And there's somebody who might be younger. They might be a little more dynamic, bringing in excitement. I see Gemini and Scorpio here and Sag. So we'll take a look at those in the extended. But there's just this sense of, I want to make change, but I'm terribly afraid that it won't work out the way I want it to, and I need it to work out a certain way financially. So I can't, even though it's out of balance, even though something isn't working for me, I'm very afraid to do anything because what if I make it worse? Okay. So I'll pull some cards for Scorpio and Gemini and Sag in the extended. So that's what's going on in 2023 for your love life, that there's a sense that decisions and changes need to be made, and it could go one direction or it could go the other. And I think that's what's got you standing in place, that you're not making some decisions right now. Okay. So about abundance, we've got the Emperor here underneath. You're showing up as the Page of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Tower, 4 of Wands, and the outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. How consistent you are, Taurus. That's kind of, if you look it up in the dictionary, Taurus is consistent. So everything has to be, no matter what's going on around me. I've got Towers, I've got 10 of Swords. I'm always going to find my level. All right. Taurus is always going to find their stability. They're going to always opt for their own well-being. Okay. So in terms of money and abundance and career here, I feel like you're getting a new opportunity. This feels like you might go into the Shark Tank a little bit here, that it's a new opportunity, all right, but is it worth the struggle, or is it worth the the pushback from other people? Is it worth, you know, me taking the lead role if I've got to deal with people who are constantly at each other's throats, or I don't want to be in leadership, okay? Because it's always, there's a lot of struggle here. So the opportunity here is maybe to sort of dip your toe in, or you are trying to just tip your toe in. And I don't think that's possible. I do think that you make sort of a light choice to do that, but the Tower comes in and says, okay, what you're manifesting is always for your own balance and stability. I feel like you're getting, you haven't fully stepped into that new role, or that money hasn't fully materialized when you're almost there, you're almost deciding to take this leap, and the Tower happens, and you're like, phew, boy, am I glad that I didn't do that. Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So just know that you might have an opportunity coming up that looks better than it is, right? Well, I'm sorry, honey. It looks better than, or what someone's telling me about it truly is, very optimistic for what you're going to get. So I think you have to weigh it up in the balance, but I would be very cautious about any kind of new opportunities, especially if they show up kind of out of the blue. Even if you dip your toe into it, you might see that this isn't really all that good of an opportunity. Okay, you might see that. So there's thankfulness here of like, holy cow, I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm super glad I didn't do that. Right, Taurus? All right, let's get some wild cards here. Let's get some wild cards here. Five of Wands, Six of Wands, Six of Swords, and the outcome is the Three of Pentacles. This is really about learning a new way. I feel like there's a lot of hesitancy here, and I almost feel like this reading is about kind of cutting your losses, choosing a little bit faster, and knowing that you, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but the stagnation is not going to help you in the long run. I do feel like there's people out there that you are needing to meet, and things you're needing, places to see, people to go. No, people, people to see and places to go. And, you're not doing that right now because you're so focused on what things look like, or I don't want to make a bad decision, paralyzed by indecision here. Because I always have to be the Queen of Pentacles. I can't release that part of me that I really value my stability. And how I've currently constituted, not just a kind of a nebulous idea of my security, but like an actual structure of security. I really value that. So I did a little video about Pluto moving into 27 degrees Capricorn. That is exactly the placement where Pluto was when the United States was born. Okay. So it's super powerful. It's the natal return of the United States. And Capricorn is about structure. Pluto is trying to get into Aquarius. December 8th, it's going to move into that 27 degrees. And over the next 2 years, next spring, March, it will move into Aquarius. And then it's going to wobble back and forth for about 2 years. So over the next 2 years, we're going to have a real struggle of things that are stable or have been stable in the past and innovating what's going on. So I feel like you might be a little bit too much on the side of the stability and needing to bring in more innovation. It's not just about going for stability. It's about the kind of stability you're creating. Now, we all know the kind of people who can make fortunes and lose them and make them again. This is what they do. It's like, okay, well, I can fish, right? I know how to create wealth in my life. I know how to create stability. But then there's another kind of person who loves stability, someone it's been created and they don't think that they can create it again, recreate it, They're not getting the, for some reason, they're not getting the kudos or the self-confidence that comes from making a stable life. They feel like it can fall apart at any time. This is someone who buys tons of insurance, someone who is living kind of from a place of fear. And not that this is you, Taurus, I'm just saying you could be married to someone like this, or you could be experiencing this in 2023, that it's not enough to create something stable. It needs to be able to ride the waves of innovation. It needs to be able to be pivot. You need to let go of certain parts of it and welcome new parts in. It can't get stagnant. And that's what's being taught to you here. So I'm going to continue on. I will look at Gemini and Scorpio and Sag for the love part of this. And we'll see where we go. I'll get some advice for you on how to handle all this. All right, Taurus. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.